What was initially queried by Deputy Opposition Leader Dr. Alan Marat on the necessity of setting up the Royal Commission of Inquiry and the specific projected cost of 28 million kina, it was then stated by the Prime Minister that the Commission of Inquiry was set up to look at the entire chain from the moment the funds were procured and what the circumstances were that gave rise to the procurement of the fund. These responses from the Prime Minister, Nama says, are careless and irresponsible.
There is absolutely no need for a commission of inquiry into the UBS loan deal. Any questions arising from whence the paperwork started to procure this 3 billion kina loan from the UBS in Australia or in Singapore. All those questions from the beginning when the paper trail started to the end as to how the monies were used and dispersed have been fully covered, investigated, and proper findings and recommendations have been made by the Ombudsman's Commission. I find James Marape's response to be flamboyant, careless, and irresponsible of a national leader, which is symptomatic of his entire approach to governance in this country.
Stressing that it was a deliberate waste of time to avert action on the Ombudsman Commission's report by commissioning a second exorbitant commission of inquiry when money could have been better utilized elsewhere.
We in the opposition say, what kind of a response is that from a Prime Minister? This is public money and not James Marape's private money we are talking about. 28 million kina is also a lot of money. You cannot compare 28 million kina to 3 billion. 28 million kina can also be used properly instead of instituting another commission of inquiry, which is a waste of time and waste of people's money.
Highlighting that the final report was released in December 2018, tendered in Parliament in 2019, debated briefly and accepted by Parliament at the March 2020 sitting, and that the purpose of the second commission of inquiry is to hold off the investigation for possible prosecution of those involved, including the Prime Minister himself.
Well, in the Ombudsman Commission's final report and the findings and recommendations of the Ombudsman Commission report, James Marape is one of the major, or if not, the person that's been highly recommended for him to be referred to Ombudsman Commission, to the Leadership Tribunal, or for investigations by National Fraud and Anti-Corruption for his involvement in the entire exercise. In fact, he is a signatory to the last instrument, just like what he did in the procurement of the Israeli generators, where he signed off Section 61 instrument. Has Marape even read the report itself? Or has he just looked at these recommendations where it recommended for him to be investigated and referred to Leadership Tribunal? And he panicked and decided to subvert or pervert the course of justice.
Nama called for all members of Parliament to take heed and to see that the second commission of inquiry is a deliberate waste of time and money, and to join the opposition to call for its disbanding. Anet Kora, National MTV News.